Lunchtime, Monday through Friday, noon till 1 is thanks to Rudy's Barbecue. Joining me now inside the Charles Schwab studio, and you're like, wait, twice in 5 days? He's bored. He keeps calling me. I'm not going to say no. Logan Lee. He played basketball at A&M, Billy Clyde Gillespie era. He coached at A&M, coached at Kentucky, and at Paris Junior College.
What?
What, you didn't? Are you trying to deny it now?
Why do you take a sigh like that?
Because I find that unbelievable. A man of your skills. I thought I'd say Duke or North Carolina.
Paris was awesome.
They had an Eiffel Tower there at Paris.
They still
Texas
do.
Junior College.
Not had, have.
I figured someone would have melted that down now for copper and made money with our current economy.
The sun. It's been so dang hot.
It has been. Logan Lee joins me. He was here last week, and we got really caught up. But it was funny, too. When he left, I went, man, there's so much more actually going on that Logan was bored. Again, he figured he'd stop by. Logan, you realize the Aggies are playing right now, if I'm not mistaken, right? Their first game started at 11 of the 3 days of games, exhibitions in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
They're playing the University of Victoria, Canada.
Look, don't ask me anything about this tournament. I don't know.
The first thing, and we didn't really get to go into this, like, I've always heard these rule of thumbs when you get to play these tours. You get to go play the 3 exhibition tours. And it's supposed to help with camaraderie. It's extra days of practice, bring a team together. Is it true? And let me be clear, because, like, okay, so you go on the road and you get to bond, you spend more time together. Like, why, though? Why wouldn't you do this here? Why can't you just go out here in town or all go to Houston? I see you follow on social media when the teams come together for their camps and stuff. You know, they have pool parties. And, like, why is it more bonding? Because, I mean, hey, a trip to the Bahamas, but I could see a European tour. You're the only ones that speak English, foreign land. You have to hang out together in the hotel. That's bonding, right?
Absolutely.
So the Bahamas, I don't think there's a language barrier and help. Just explain
does
anyone
not want to go to the Bahamas?
Oh, I get where it's
why would you not? So
no.
This is
I understand the party element. Help me understand the development element.
I mean, it's like going on a family vacation, whether it is in the United States or to Mexico or over the pond to Europe. As a family, when you go on a vacation, you spend more time together. You do new things that you've never done before. You are in whether it is a different state or a different city or whatever, it's still new to you, and you're doing that together for the first time. I don't know how many people on Texas A&M's basketball roster have been to the Bahamas before. I would venture to say the over-under is 4.5, and that's including the coaching staff. I don't know, but now you're taking 25 plus people and you're putting them all together. They're having a great experience for the first time together as a team. And not to mention, this is what did Buzz used to say? This is rep 1. This is the first rep of a road game. This is the first time that they are traveling, the first time they're going to a hotel, the first time they are doing pregame in another gym. Like, this is all the first time for them, and all of that is good, especially since you are 3 months before your first game.
So it still has that value, even though you're going to come back here and shut it down again.
Absolutely.
Because then you have to shut it down and then come back later.
Do teams ever really just shut it down, though?
Oh, I mean,
no,
okay.
They don't.
Not at the SEC level.
No.
You almost everything's year round. You get to go home for 3 days during Thanksgiving.
I was about to say they may give them a week between now and school starting, but even if they don't have sanctioned team practices,
you have the individual workouts with the fitness and training.
You have strength, you have conditioning, you've got shooting, you've got whatever you're doing to get better, because this is also going to tell the guys, am I there yet, or do I need to get better, or am I going to get that much playing time?
Okay.
Oh, maybe I need to pick it up. Oh, maybe coach was right.
That ties into, does it really, because of the level of competition?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I don't know what the level of competition is going to be over there, but there's going to be something that stands out, and for each player, whether that is, oh man, PJ's better than we thought, or oh, Jalen needs to get a little better in this aspect. Even though the competition wasn't as good, he did great in the last half at LSU. For us, he needs to do this. And, and so there's going to be something for every single player individually that they know in the back of their mind. They may not verbalize it, but they're thinking, shoot, I got to get better at this, or I did good at this, let's work on this. But also in the coaches, in all of their huddles, hey, when we get back, so-and-so's got to do this. If we want to be good, they've got to get to this mark, and we've got to work on it. So it's a learning factor of everything you do. And I think on a trip like this, the coaches can also figure out, who are my leaders? Who is going to step up off the court and on the court? Like, who do I want to be the leader? But who's really the leader of this team in regards to behavior, in regards to attitude and habits and discipline? This trip's going to show them a lot.
See, it's interesting to me. I didn't think you could accomplish all that, and a lot of it is tied in due to the nature of the competition and free time involved with trips like this. I really didn't. The nature of competition, you can only be pushed so hard.
That is true. I mean, but I don't, because every year the transfer portal is so heavy for every single team.
Yes.
You've got to understand, where are you at? Who do you have? Who's showing up right now? Who do you think can show up? Like, so to get these 3 games and those extra practices in puts you way ahead.
As a coach, which you coached at Paris Junior College and Texas A&M and Kentucky, right?
Are you okay? This is true.
You have this. You look pained.
I coached at Paris Junior College in 2009 and 2010, and
everyone remembers.
I've been on your radio show for 15 years now.
Is it that long?
Something like that.
Holy cow!
And I feel like Paris just got brought up last week.
No, I remember you talking about it in the past. Because I remember we talked about it like 4 years ago about the lack of places to eat. There was you had one place you liked. Well, I remember a conversation.
I don't know if I liked it.
I thought you played there. I didn't think you coached there.
No.
You played at like 10 schools.
At least.
Name the places you didn't play would be shorter. If I remember right.
Okay, back to the Bahamas.
Oh, please. Yes, absolutely.
What are we doing?
What?
What do you need? I don't even know what we were talking about.
Well, just the things, the value of these things. With the transfer portal, I do think it makes every second you get to practice more valuable than ever.
For sure.
Because it's like, okay, if they can just go out back and play 3-on-3 against each other every day, that's invaluable.
But you also have to think a trip like this is work, but there's also play involved. You get to rest, you get to relax a little, you get to go sightsee. And something interesting that was brought up the other day in conversation, when Bucky was at Samford, they had just gotten done with their season. They were looking at the coaching carousel, what was going to happen, trying to work in back roads and everything. He gets the job at A&M. So he goes straight from Samford into, okay, now I'm working the lines to see where I could possibly land, where I can go. Then he lands somewhere, and then it's full throttle, and it is full throttle all the way through the season, full throttle all the way through the first transfer portal. And this could be one of his first quote unquote vacations, even though it's a working vacation. Time to rest and relax a little. So, he worked probably 2 years straight without a vacation because of the way that Samford and the recruiting and the transfer portal and getting a new job and then going straight into it and meeting everybody. Like, I don't know if he took a day off for at least 18, 20 months. And so now that he has his team, and he's been able to practice with them. He's going to the Bahamas, and he's probably that's just the nature of the way coaches are. They're probably not resting very much, but it's a little time away, right? At least you're outside of the Cox McFerrin Center, and even if you're doing your job in the Bahamas. That's got to feel a little invigorating for yourself before the season starts.
I remember what I was going to say before the Paris Junior College revelation came forward, and it was, can a coach tell? It's an insight into a player by maybe how serious they take the exhibitions and the intensity and their performance. Like, do you treat this like it's just nothing, or are you playing for a job?
I mean, I think you're always playing for a job, and maybe that's the coach in me. I probably, as a student athlete, I probably didn't take everything as a job, but now I think everything is, this is my livelihood. So go out and do your best. And I think even more so these days, there's probably more in the camp of, I am making X amount of money through NIL, so it is my job.
True.
Where there are probably some that are like, I got my NIL. They ain't gonna take this from me. Don't worry. I'll get
my spot's guaranteed. They pay me too much.
Exactly. And I don't think there are that many, because I do think that that most guys that are making the big bucks in NIL dollars also know, I want to make more in the league, and to get there, I've got to take care of myself. I've got to work hard. I've got to do all of this, and so I think that's why I say more so in the camp of NIL has made this a job, so they're going to work at it, because I do think that when you get paid 7 figures, these guys know, okay, 1, I'm making a lot of money, but 2, if I keep working, I can make more money, and so that's. There is.
So most of these players, look, okay, simple. This is the simplest concept, right? They want the minutes. They're not going to jeopardize the minutes.
Without question.
Even though they have the money, it's not like except for that Kansas player that got injured every time he scored 6 straight points last year. The guy that was guaranteed to be a lottery pick, and then sure enough, I think he went in the top 3 in the draft. But it seemed like he'd score 6 straight minutes, and he waved to the bench like he needs to come out.
Big boy.
Yeah. He's like, I scored 6 points. Oh, I'm tired now. Oh, I'm back. Oh, my God, that guy was fascinating. And then, when reporters started asking, and then Bill Self had to defend him, but even his defenses were like, no, he tries really hard.
Again, there are some in the camp of, I've made my money, I'll be okay.
1 out of 10. The rest, the rest want to play, don't they?
Look,
they don't want. Look, they might not want to practice, and they don't want to play defense, but they want to play. Players want to play.
I can't speak from experience. I never made that much money, so I don't know where I'd be.
But
I like to think I work hard.
You know what, though, Logan? You made friends.
Yes, I did.
Logan is definitely from the power of friendship category. 979-693-1150. You can light up the inbox, questions, comments, opinions. Don't make them for me. Logan's here. What are your buckyball questions? 979-693-1150. Logan, we now have the full schedule. Fascinating little schedule. Non-conference is actually weaker than I thought, but it's got enough marquee spotlight names. Look, you're telling me you're going to play TCU. You got Stanford, Florida State, Oklahoma State. The 2 games they're going to be playing when they're out at the, they're going back to the Bahamas for a second time. Just Bucky loves the Bahamas. I mean, I want a shirt that says Bucky loves the Bahamas, right? So remember, because that's where the tournament they're playing is in season, the Bahamas. They're going to just keep the same rooms. I don't know.
Absolutely.
But it's got enough. But it's not a real power non-conference schedule.
I think it has. I would put it in the frame of it has enough, and it will give them.
It'll help them develop. I don't know how much it'll help them make the tournament, but then when you look at the SEC schedule, they don't need help.
No, not at all.
They play one of the toughest SEC schedules I've ever seen.
I think when you look at the SEC schedule, you don't even worry about the non-con. And I say that loosely. Obviously, you want to win those games, and the big games, the Florida States, the Oak States, Stanfords, all those, the TCUs, all of those games are. I don't want to say they can make or break you, but if you don't have a great SEC turnout, then they're going to start looking at those games. The committee is going to look at those games. And to be honest, we have our A&M bias and our battered Aggie syndrome. Even if A&M does great in SEC play, I guarantee you and I are going to be talking about, but if they lost this game, the committee might hold that against them and it'll drop them 2 spots. So
they got some poison arrow spots in the non-con, but they're the same ones. But if they win their TCU Stanfords, the moderate ones are fine. But you can't go lose. But who can afford to lose to Alabama State, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Holy Cross? But that's every team. That's not an A&M thing.
But and that's what I'm saying. The bigger games, the Power 4 conference games, even though they're not the Dukes and
they're not quad fours.
Yeah, exactly. And so you don't want to give the committee any opportunity to hold anything against you. We know that. We've talked about that. But I think that they're strong enough to give Bucky and his staff the litmus test for their roster to see who does what and where they can be come February and March.
They got to help you develop.
Absolutely.
And we'll take a time out, come back. I do want to talk more about the schedule. There's also some changes coming to college basketball this year I wanted to throw out. How excited are you for the field of 76? We'll return. It's the Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric, built on faith, family, and community. That's CC Electric. It's the Louie Bellina Show, Monday on the Zone. Logan is trying so hard to contain his excitement right now.
The Money Machine is open now. Two ways to enter each week.
Oh, come on. Don't keep us in suspense.
Zone1150.com and the Zone newsletter.
Thank you.
I am sitting here blowing Logan's mind. That's what I'm doing Monday here on the Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric. Residential, commercial, industrial services is what they do at CC Electric. Again, Logan right now is just like, whoa.
I'm at a loss for words.
Yes, he is. Got a text message for you.
Fire away.
We go to the inbox now. By the way, 979-693-1150. Text, questions, comments. It says, Logan, that's you. You said last week that the Longhorns are spending double on their men's hoop compared to A&M. Do you think Bucky's going to become irritated with the lack of financial support for basketball? Enjoy the banter with you and Louie, Brad, and Lufkin. The rumor that's not true at all that I'm just making up is that there's a reason why he's going to the Bahamas twice, is that he might just stay there and not come back because he's so sick and tired of it. What do you got, Logan?
No, I don't think so, because here's the thing. Texas is always going to spend their money. They're gonna do their thing. I think A&M has supported men's basketball in a way that has never been supported before. Obviously, NIL just recently started, and so there's very small litmus test for NIL, but they stepped up last year. The A&M fan base stepped up with NIL and allowed Bucky to do what he did last season, to get to the point where he was able to do what he could do last season. Now, I'm not saying NIL won all those games and bought all those wins, because Bucky did a hell of a job coaching. And the players did a hell of a job executing and buying in. But they increased the NIL spend from last year to this year and got them to a decent spot that I would say is probably, I don't know, mid-tier SEC. I think with the enthusiasm that this team is going to generate this season, people are going to continue to step up. And do I ever think that A&M is going to spend as much as Texas? No. I don't think that is, because I think when at the end of the day, there are people down in Austin that just say, well, here's extra money. If you need it, here it is. We don't want that. And I don't think that that's how A&M functions. I don't think it's, I'm just going to throw money at it. It is, we want to see a return. We want to see some value in it. And I'm okay with that, because Bucky is going to give you that value.
Are you saying conservative versus liberal? Conservative spenders, liberal spenders. Are you?
I'm not going.
Come on.
I'm not going there. That is not what I'm not even touching that.
Okay.
But I said what I said, and I think there's going to be value, and he's going to continue to bring value, and he's going to continue to draw people in. There's one thing that Bucky does that I don't think. I think he's in the upper echelon of coaches, and that is he understands what it takes. He goes out there and talks. He communicates. He is not afraid to talk basketball with anybody, anywhere, at any time. He's not going to be a hermit and stay in his house. He's going to be out and about, and he's going to connect with people.
He's such a good speaker.
And not only is he going to connect with them, he's going to win games. And it's such a good speaker. It's an interesting style of basketball. I am interested. I love just thinking about how he is going to adjust his system as time continues to go, as basketball continues to evolve, and where he's going to go and what he's going to do with this program. I think he's here for a little while, and I'm excited about it.
One other, back to the A&M schedule, we were talking about it.
Yep.
Normally you go, what's the toughest stretch? You do that for every sport, except for baseball. When baseball plays, college is like 56, pros 160. There is no toughest stretch. It's a marathon. But Aggie basketball has 3. And after that, when I did that, because I take the schedules when they come out and do highlighter stuff, right? And I looked down and went, wait, what did I not highlight? When you have 3 toughest stretches, there is no tough stretch. It's the whole damn thing. If you want to be technical, I guess it's the last 5, because 4 out of the last 5 is the NCAA tournament. But then there's another one that's 3 up top, and then there's 3 in the mid. There is no tough stretch. It's just the schedule they have.
Yeah, man, their whole schedule. It's a gauntlet. And this year,
who did they piss off?
I mean, they beat everybody last year, and they were.
And the SEC went, oh, no, we're not letting that happen again.
Exactly.
That's Texas A&M. What were we thinking?
They were like, you know what? He's a new coach. It is what it is. Even when they were looking at Buzz, they were like, it's Buzz. It's okay. This is what we're going to do. And then Bucky went off and rattled, 7 wins in a row to start conference. And then everybody was like, oh, what do we have here?
What's little brother doing? This ain't right.
We can't let that happen again. Let's kick him down a notch.
I've read multiple. I don't remember. I didn't write down everywhere I saw this. That A&M has to get off the hot start because of the ease of the start of their schedule. You've got Auburn, which, okay, I get that Bruce Pearl's gone, and last year was pretty much a disaster. But Auburn's a perennial NCAA tournament team. And then after Auburn, you have Missouri, who is an NCAA tournament, who sometimes is a top 15 type team. And I get it, SC, but it's at SC on top of it with a road game before. So back-to-back road games. What's easy about that? But that's the 3-0 start that you got to have because, the rest of the schedule. But that's the easy part. And I'm like, no, that's the start of play where you really are not 100%. I don't even know if you're 70% yet. I mean, that's 2 road games in the mix of your easy part. Help me here. That's the easy part, Logan.
I don't know.
That's not easy.
I don't think any of it's easy. It's.
And then immediately after that is Arkansas, LSU, and Florida at LSU.
Man, that's a tough stretch right there.
No, LSU's there. Oh, do you know that as of right now, Will Wade still only has 4 players on his roster because the courts have to rule on the other 10? Something like that.
Are you being serious? Okay. I am being honest in that I know nothing about their roster.
Okay, Will Wade.
There's
back
no
in Baton
way.
Rouge. He's fired by LSU in 2022 because was it the CIA, FBI, Homeland Defense caught him on tape?
Everything.
Right? Let's see. He entered July, and nothing's changed. 4 players on his roster because the rest of his roster is awaiting the legal challenges of the NCAA's new 5-and-5 eligibility rules.
Are you serious?
That's why I went and looked it up for you.
I mean, didn't a judge already rule on that? So,
well,
I don't understand.
The judge
one judge can
5
rule
for 5, but almost all his players are international players. And then the judge went back afterwards because if they actually played pro, they don't qualify for 5 for 5. and most of their international players played pro. So now they still have to get the waiver, because did the judge mean pro America or pro international?
God, there would be nothing better.
These are the players he went after.
There would be nothing better than for that to all fall through.
It won't. The NCAA can't win. You know that. You appeal enough, eventually there'll be a Baton Rouge judge that goes, these poor children. How can we deny them their right to work?
I can't see these poor children. They're getting NIL dollars from tax-funded accounts.
But that was the... And I know the judge just ruled on 5 for 5. Well, no. 5 for 5 got passed.
Yeah.
But then the judge ruling of 5 for 5... And then they explained, but not if you signed a pro contract. Because the NCAA asked for clarification, and I don't know if it was Friday or Saturday, of just this past Friday, Saturday, the judge had to clarify his own ruling because it was so dumb.
This is what I hate. This right here. It is what it is.
That's what it is. A&M's end stretch that we were talking about, I do want to say this out loud so that I'm not imagining things. It begins I think it's February 16th. Or 17th, I have to clarify, but at Texas, and they're a top 5 team in the country effectively now. Boy, they wasted no time. Then you have Vanderbilt, who is returning all their players, and they'll be top 15. Hey, things might fall apart, but they're top 15 team effectively. You have Alabama, perennial NCAA, and I'm going to go with weekend 2. They can be higher than that, but we'll go weekend 2 team.
Yes.
Then you have that at LSU again. Either you're going to go against 4 players, or if he gets all his players in, they're a pro team. They are a pro team.
But literally, they've all signed pro contracts.
Then you go at Kentucky, which if they have not quit on him, they'll be top 8 in the country. So either they're going to have a disappointing year, Mark Bolt will be fired in season, or they'll be ranked 7 in the country. And you finish the year, there's Texas again. Well, they're the number 2 team in the country. So that's A&M's end stretch.
Again, Lou.
That's 6 games.
Lost for words. If anybody wants to argue that is
stupid,
not
ridiculous,
a tough schedule, or if there are some gimmies in there, I would love to hear that argument. I would love to sit down and listen to someone try to explain that. But
they have a mid-stretch: Tennessee, Vanderbilt, OU, and OU's supposed to be good this year, from what I saw. Am I wrong? Or am I missing something?
They spent some money on their roster. I don't think they spent a ton, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be good. That just means they're
LSU,
in the
Florida,
mix.
back to back. Arkansas, LSU, Florida. There's a stretch. Tennessee, Vanderbilt, and then that last game 6. Hello. A&M's going to have to be exponentially better last year to probably finish 2 games less, but make the Sweet 16 on less conference wins.
But and that's exactly what we talked about last week. Is
that's what you were saying.
This team is going to be a better team, but they may not have a better record just because of the schedule. Now,
and like we said last week, though, it means nothing. Just make the second weekend.
Exactly.
And no one cares. No. If I quiz 10 people now without letting them prep and ask them what was their record last year, all 10 will not know.
Oh, for sure. Well,
nope. Their final record? No.
You couldn't give like one person a 10%?
No.
Okay, cool.
People remember, they might remember where they finished in the league, and they'll remember they went to the NCAA tournament and won again. I think I can get 8 out of 10 on that.
Probably.
But the final actual record, no.
Yeah, you're probably right. And
total wins mean nothing in college basketball. What did you win?
Exactly. And we want them to win a conference championship. We want them to win a conference tournament championship.
People remember 20
plus. We want that.
But if the 20 plus don't get in the tournament, the 20 plus means nothing.
But I want tournament results, and I think this team has the possibility to get pretty dang good tournament results this year.
If we're both alive and kicking, let's do this again when the season rolls around. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan. I'm in.
You're a busy guy. How can you already speak to that? I mean, you got the head shrinking business. You do furniture.
Because Lou, I sold furniture because
I know, and you coached at Paris Junior College. You have one of the more eclectic histories of anyone I know.
Because there's so much knowledge that I gain from being in here, Lou.
The Charles Schwab studio is truly gifted.
It is It is special.
When Bucky Bowl rolls around, and we're talking about the players' report, again, hey, Logan and I are both kicking. Man, we got to talk ball. I joke a lot. Why? Because it's sports. It's supposed to be fun. But hanging out with Logan, man, it's a treat. Thank you so much for coming back again. And,
yeah, Lou.
Hey, dude, be good.
Absolutely.
When we return up next, we'll finally, some people are like, dude, haven't we been doing SEC Media Days for 8 months? No, it just happened a couple of weeks ago. Leave me alone. But we wrap up SEC Media Days with MIzzou. It's the Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric, built on faith, family, and community. It's the Louie Bellina Show, Monday, on the Zone.
The Houston Astros play on the zone. Thanks to Kelly Berdozer.
It is halftime on the Louie Bellina Show Monday edition. The Louie Bellina Show inside the Charles Schwab studio. People are like, what's halftime? We go to 2 o'clock Monday through Friday now. We've expanded. Wednesdays and Fridays, things used to wrap up at 1 with Studio 12 Live. Studio 12 Live is no more. A thank you to Matt and Will and Andrew for 14 years of greatness. Really appreciate it. But halftime, it's 12:40. Low cost, full service, best of all local is Schwab. We get to be best of all local because we got Mark Sim, who's right here in College Station. His only concern is Bryan, College Station, Brazos Valley. And I want someone where I'm their only concern. If we're talking about your financial now and your financial future, isn't that the kind of guy you want? Well, working for you, but looking out for you, caring about you. Look them up online. Go get more info at schwab.com/College Station. We wrap up SEC Media Days. How? Missouri. We've been listening to one player from every team, and this is Missouri, kind of their All-American O-lineman, Caden Green.
Relax.
Well, okay. I don't know why. Ad playing. So in 26 seconds. That's one of those things when you're grabbing things off of the internet all over the place. So Caden Green, Missouri O-lineman. And again, on the Louie Bellina Show, SEC Media Days, we've listened to the one coach, the head coach from every team the Aggies score up against, and we've been listening to a player. Missouri, the final one, Caden Green. Still to come at 1 o'clock, Brett Ciancia, Pick 6 previews. And we'll be doing our college football playoff predictions with him. But here's Caden Green, Missouri.
Okay, we're a couple minutes early, but Caden is ready to talk. We can start with questions. Who would like to open up? We'll start here on the left side on the aisle.
Caden, coach just confirmed to us on the main stage that Ahmad has been cleared to return to practices this week. What does that mean to have him back in the lineup?
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that. So that's pretty exciting. But, yeah, I mean, it'll be nice getting him back with Maul, and, that 1-2 punch, it'll continue.
Okay. Right side, second row.
Caden, just kind of talk about your journey, being a Lee Summit North guy, staying the course, seeing the success that you've had here at Missouri, and just trying to finish out your career and then go on to the next level, just kind of what this whole thing has meant to you.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. Getting to play in front of, the home crowd 2 hours away from the house, that's awesome. You dream of that as a kid, so.
We'll go on the right side, third row.
Lauren Marino, SEC. With this upcoming season, what are you most looking forward to?
Just getting to play with the guys one last time. That'll be awesome. That was a chance. That was an opportunity I couldn't really pass up, so that'll be awesome.
Okay, back here on the left side.
Caden, we've heard a lot from Jamal and Coach both about how the O-line has been really operating as a unit and is really impressed over the fall camp, or the spring camp rather. What do you have to say about that unit and how you guys have been operating?
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't think anybody in the country has outworked us, so I'm excited to see the fruits of that labor because we're getting it in every day. There's never a day that goes by and we're not doing something to get better.
A lot of history of great running backs at Missouri. As an offensive lineman, does that put pressure on you, or do you look at that as opportunity?
Yeah, I definitely think it makes our job a little easier. A lot of teams, they're so worried about the run, it kind of makes throwing the ball easier. We got 2 backs that make guys miss. So that definitely makes stuff easier. You get beat every once in a while. You got a guy back there that's going to break a tackle or 2, and 2 guys, 3 guys. It takes 2-3 guys to bring them down. So it makes our job a little easier.
Right side, second row.
Clint Schweitzer, Starcade Media in Kansas City here, and just talk about Austin Simmons and what he's bringing to the table. Obviously, as a left-handed quarterback, what kind of difference does that make for kind of blocking schemes, and what's that been like, just kind of acclimating with him?
Yeah, Austin, he's great. You know, he really likes his O-line. We hang out all the time. He takes us out to eat. He hosts us. You know, he's a great leader, great energy. As far as us, I don't think it changes much for us. Like, our mentality every play, like, we're going to win every play. So I don't think it changes much for us, but, you know, he's been a great addition to the team.
Stay on the right side, third row.
Lauren Marino, SEC. What's the importance of being able to be coached in 2 different positions?
Yeah, I think it's very important. I got my position moved probably about 2 weeks before the season last year. So if I wasn't training multiple positions, that would have been a lot rougher transition. So I think it's very important, and even for the next level, they don't carry very many guys on NFL roster, so you got to be able to do more than one thing.
Left side on the aisle.
We were talking to Coach earlier, and we were inquiring if you were going to move back to the right side, and Coach said, and I quote, "Caden Green is our left tackle, and he's going to be the best in the country." What do you have to say about that?
Oh, well, I mean, I appreciate Coach for believing in me. He always believes in me. And, yeah, I appreciate him for keeping me on the left side.
Is that any different for you now with a left-handed quarterback? You're going to be on the strong side as opposed to blocking the blind side. What difference does that make for you?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference. My job's still the same. You know, my job is to win regardless of, you know, who's back there and regardless of where I'm at on the line. So it's pretty much the same thing for me.
You know, sometimes games come down to where you have to run the ball to win the game. When you're able to successfully do that, keep the clock moving, is that a great feeling for a lineman? Yeah,
absolutely. It's pretty demoralizing for defenses when you're getting 5, 6, 7 yards of carry, and there's nothing anybody can really do about it.
Right side.
Do you have any fun pregame rituals or superstitions that help you lock in for a big game?
I don't. I try to get a fast twitch in before every game, and other than that, I'm ready to go after that.
You've played in 2 different programs in the conference. Are there any particular road places you've enjoyed going?
Oh man, I don't know if I've had a single bad experience on the road. Like, all those stadiums are really loud. The fans are crazy. I think the loudest stadium I played at was probably Jordan O'Hare last year. When we went to Auburn and played in that overtime, like, it was, my ears were ringing after it. So I don't think I've had a bad road experience.
Is there any place on the road you haven't been that you're going to this year?
What did you say?
Any place you haven't been on the road that you'll be going this year?
Yeah, we haven't been to. Well, I haven't been to Georgia, Ole Miss. We've been to Mississippi State. Yeah, probably just those 2. So I'm excited to see what those 2 are like.
Right side, third row.
What's one thing that you hope to pass on to the younger guys and future Missouri football players?
I hope that they can, you know, take notes of how we work and how every day there's something you can be doing to improve. And I hope they carry that on next year.
Right side.
You're a Kansas City guy like me, so you get the rivalry with KU, right? So you guys had an electric atmosphere beating Kansas last season at Furrow Field. Now going on the road to Kansas in a stadium that's not quite finished, kind of a small capacity on a Friday night. What's that going to be like, kind of making the return trip to play in Lawrence?
Yeah, I'm expecting it to be rocking. I mean, our stadium wasn't finished last year either when we played them, so that game was still rocking for us. So I expect the same thing for them, you know. We're playing on a Friday night. I don't think anybody else is playing that night, so it should be really fun.
Going into your final year, what do you need to work on specifically if you're going to make it to the next level? What are you looking to improve on?
This year I'm looking to improve on my hands. I feel like if I can improve on my hands, that'll elevate my game a lot more. So that's been a big emphasis this offseason.
Opioid overdoses take the lives of ordinary Texans.
That was Caden Green, Missouri offensive lineman, potential American, high expectations. And that, wow, wraps up SEC Media Days here on the Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric. Again, week 1, coaches. Every A&M coach that they're going to square off against. Now, Week 2, we carried over to Monday. Remember, there's 9. Things got bigger. We heard from one player from every team the Aggies will square off against. So SEC Media Days are complete. And look, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Mike Elko live from his fall camp kickoff. He's got a press conference, going to meet with the media, Q&A. Of course, he'll have opening statement. And you can listen live here on the Louie Bellina Show, here on the Zone 1150 AM and 93.7 FM. Also, you can listen on radioagaland.com. You can tell Alexa play Zone 1150. But, man, go get the Zone app. It's free, and you can listen on the Zone app. So, Elko, tomorrow at 1, live as fall camp kickoff press conference. You can listen here on the Zone. Are you having trouble with your air conditioner? Like, you already know it doesn't work. But you wonder, why is my electric bill so high? Why does my air conditioner work so hard? And my house, my home, is not comfortable. Why not just have Still Creek Mechanical come on out and take a look? They can just routine checkup. When was the last time you had your air conditioner looked at? Still Creek Mechanical would be happy to take a look at it. You can set up your AC consultation online at stillcreekmechanical.com. Stillcreekmechanical.com. Of course, you can call them. OG, old school, like on a phone, talk to a human at 979-595-4253. 979-595-4253. With Still Creek Mechanical, you can tell them Louie Bellina Show, or just say the Zone, and guess what? $100 off of repairs. $100 off repairs. Just say Louie Bellina Show, or the Zone. Check them out at stillcreekmechanical.com. Stillcreekmechanical.com.
Spend your summer with the Zone.
Crank it up a notch.
This is great. Where Aggie sports is a way of life.
The Louie Bellina Show Monday, presented by CC Electric. The Louie Bellina Show inside the Charles Schwab studio. Coming up 1 o'clock, Brett Ciancia, Pick 6 previews, college football playoff predictions, and more. Astros Rangers squared off over the weekend. The battle for the boot, a Astros sweep. Friday 11-2, 4-run seventh to kind of ice things. Astros firmly in control. Christian Walker hit his 22nd. Isaac Paredes hit his 15th. Yanier Diaz hit his 8th. Yordan Alvarez 2 for 3. Hunter Brown went 5 2/3, 2 earned. He wasn't necessarily brilliant, but he was good. 6 hits and 5 2/3, 2 walks. And the bullpen, holy cow. And what does the holy cow mean? They used a lot of pitchers. And that plays into what happened Sunday, by the way. Saturday, I kind of mentioned it was the game I was at. 5-4. Great game. Astros score, Rangers would counterpunch. Astros score, Rangers would counterpunch. Yordan Alvarez taking home on a wild pitch that didn't get that far away. When you want to talk about fired up, you want to yell MVP. Yeah, he's crushing balls like 680 miles, but that's MVP. Ronel Blanco was awful, and I don't blame him. There's no way he should have came back out, because they got him through 3 innings, 1 run. But they had used 4 relievers the night before. Well, they brought him out. They wanted to get 1 more inning, and that's when he bled out 2 runs in the 4th. They even brought him out for the 5th. I mean, I get it. They are using so many arms out of the pen, even with a 6-man rotation. And the bullpen was good. 4 2/3, 1 run. Sosa, he walked 2. He wasn't good. Look. As a whole, 5 relievers. Josh Hader is so smooth, so gravy, so easy. I think he took 10 pitches total. Picked up his 15th save. Brian Abreu, he's like on this 2.5, 3-week stretch where he's money in the bank now. And then Sunday, bring out the brooms, 7-3. It was pretty easy there. 4-run 7th again. The Rangers bullpen got abused by the Astros hard. Lambeau got a no decision, Peter Lambert. And you ended up with blue balls getting the save for the Astros, because Hader had already pitched. They'd been through, was it 8 or 9 relievers in the first 2 games? So there was nothing left. Brian Abreu got the save. He didn't do setup. He just had to go with arms that were rested. The Astros did. It was incredible. Yordan Alvarez went 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs in the game. Jeremy Pena hit his 13th. Jeremy Pena was one of the top 3 hitters in baseball since the All-Star break. Astros sweep the Rangers. So the Astros went into the series half a game back. They now have a 2.5 game lead. They won the battle for the boot. That's over. They've won the series. So they have the tiebreaker 2 with the Rangers. They have a 2.5 game lead over the Rangers. Astros are in first. They're 58 and 55. Yep. 3 games above 500 after a 3-game sweep over the Rangers. The Astros got swept by the Orioles out of the All-Star break. They've now won 11 of their last 12. They never trailed once in the 3-game series against the Rangers. First place in the AL. They have a 6-game win streak and won 11 of their last 12. I should have kept the faith stronger. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a weak man. After the Orioles sweep, if you were here on the Louie Bellino Show, presented by CC Electric, you could feel my pain, and you know I'd surrendered. I still don't know if they're playoff good, but I don't care. You win the boot, the greatest rivalry. You defeat the evil Rangers, and you're in first place. I'm good now.